Okay, we've arrived now. This is a truly epic Venn diagram. Let's see what we can do with it. 185 grade 12 students were surveyed to determine which drinks they like. Coke, root beer, or orange. And we get a great big breakdown. Sabine started to organize the results in a Venn diagram. Starting from the inside and working outwards, she began by placing 25 in the center of all three circles. Is that the right thing to do? Yeah, it is. I've been nagging you pretty regularly, I think, to always start in the center, or try to, when you're doing a Venn diagram. And that means this section right in the middle is people who drink all three things. And they gave us that number. We don't have to put an X for it. We can say there are 25 people in that region. Then, why would she put the number 27 in the region right above it? Why would a 27 go right there? Any idea? That's people who drink Coke and root beer, but not orange. Where did 27 come from? There is no 27 on this list. Do you see why? Take a minute. What's happening is she's working from the center out, which is the right thing to do, and this 52 tells you there are 52 people who drink root beer and Coke. Root beer and Coke people are in this lenticular or football shape right here, and there have to be a grand total of 52 of them in there. So 25 of them are already accounted for. 52 minus 25 tells us we need 27 more people in that shape, and so that's why she put that there. We can do that 2 more times. There are 43 people who drink Coke and orange. That's this shape out here, including the center. So we have 43 in that group. 25 are already accounted for. 43 minus 25 tells us we need 18 more. Here they are. And finally, 57 people drink root beer and orange. That's this section out here. That shape has to have 57 people in it. We've already got 25 of them, so we need another 32. Because 57 minus the 25 we've already got equals 32. So you can see how once we have this center number, we can start working out and filling in more and more stuff. Without this center number, we are really stuck. But with it, we're in great shape. Now finally, 92 people drink root beer. That means in this circle, altogether, we have to have 92 people. How many do we have already? 27 plus 25 is 52, plus 32 is 84. We need a total of 92, so 8 more. If you do this as an equation, it would look like this. Here, I'll use R for root beer. We'd have root beer only people plus 27 plus 25 plus 32. That's all the people who will have anything to do with root beer. 27, 25, 32, and our unknown R, and they have to make a total of 92. If you solve that, you'll find that R is 8. And now we completely own this right side. We can do that again for the Coke side. C for Coke. C plus 27 plus 25 plus 18, that's all the Coke people. Everyone who's anywhere in that circle, has to make a grand total of 115. Because these Coke drinkers sometimes drink other stuff as well. This isn't drinks only Coke, it's just, do you drink Coke? And they answered yes. So some of them also drink root beer, some of them also drink orange, some of them drink all kinds of stuff. If you solve this, what do we get? 52, 70, 115 minus 70, I believe we get 45 for the number of Coke drinkers. And we do that one last time for the orange people. O for orange. Not a great choice of variable, but oh well. We'll be careful. 18 plus 25 plus 32 has to add up to 100. 18 plus 32 is 50, plus 25 is 75. O must be 25. Okay. So similar reasoning to place the numbers in the regions left and right of the 25. We did that. Continue the process until numbers have been placed in all the regions inside the circles. We did that. Now, last thing they ask, determine the sum of all the numbers inside the circles. So we need a grand total here. I'm just going to use this space. We have 45 plus 27. That brings our total to 72. And then we have 25 in the middle, brings our total to 97. 18 in the Coke and Orange lenticular brings our total to 115. We have 8 just root beer drinkers, brings the total to 123. 32 more brings it to 155. If you have a calculator, you're probably a mile ahead of me by now. That's okay. I'll catch up presently. And 25 more brings our total to 180. So, in all of these circles, we have 180 people. But they said they talked to 185 people. So we still have 5 unaccounted for. They go out here. These are 5 people who do not like Coke or root beer or orange. So determine the number that must be placed in the region outside the circles. We have done that. And finally, just interpreting some of this, how many students drink only Coke? Only Coke on this diagram means you're in the Coke circle and you're not in any of the others. That's these people here. There are 45 of them. They drink Coke, but they're not in the root beer area here or the orange area here. So that's a 45. Don't like any of those 3 things. We just talked about them. Those are the 5 people who are outside all the circles. And drink Coke or root beer. Coke or root beer would mean that you're in... get up there. That's too dark, sorry. Okay, we'll just work with it without doing the shading. If you're in the Coke circle or you're in the root beer circle, that's everybody in this circle, everybody in this circle. We could add up all those numbers, but I'm feeling lazy, so let's do it in an efficient way. There were a grand total of 185 people. How many of them don't do Coke or root beer? These 5. Who don't like any of these 3 kinds of pop, and also these 25 who are orange fans only. Subtract those off and you get 155 people who drink Coke or root beer or possibly both. If you add up all of these numbers, I bet you get 155, but the shortcut is much quicker. 155 Coke or root beer or possibly both.